Order, I have made my decision.
The morning after Evelyn Harrington's arrest dawned cold and gray over Liberty Hollow. The reservoir lies still as a mirror under low clouds. In their elegant West Side home, with its manicured lawn and reservoir view now feeling like a mocking reminder of lost perfection, Evelyn and Robert sat at the marble kitchen island, coffee mugs untouched. Evelyn's eyes were puffy from a sleepless night, mascara streaks still faint on her cheeks. Robert paced, phone in hand, his usual polished demeanor cracked like thin ice.
We need to call the lawyer first thing. We admit fault, issue a public statement, own it before the gossip mill spins it out of control. Community service, a heartfelt apology at the next town hall. It could even humanize us. Turn this mess into something redeemable.
Robert, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, let's just own it. Get it over with.
They dialed their family lawyer, Preston Whitaker, a sharp, silver-haired veteran of Liberty Hollow's small courthouse dramas, known for turning scandals into footnotes. He listened quietly as Robert laid out the plan.
Robert, Evelyn, hold on. Admitting fault right away? That's noble, but it's not smart. This is your first offense, Evelyn. No accident, no injury. We can contest this. Have your day in court. Question the stop, the tests, the breathalyzer calibration. Officer Harlan's a good cop, but everyone makes mistakes under pressure. Plead not guilty and let me work my magic. Worst case, we fall back to a plea deal, but we might walk away with reduced charges or even dismissal.
Preston, I appreciate the optimism, but this could drag on. The publicity, the mayor's wife fighting a DUI? It'll look like we're dodging responsibility.
But if there's a chance to make this go away? Robert, maybe he's right. I didn't feel that impaired. The snow, the dark roads, it could have been anything.
Exactly, Evelyn. We challenge the fields tests. Cold weather affects balance. Breathalyzer? Machines glitch. Harlan's report might have holes. Trust me, I've beaten worse. Plead not guilty at arraignment. We'll prep a strong defense.
Against his better judgment, Robert relented. Evelyn's pleading eyes and Preston's smooth assurance tipped the scale. They agreed to fight it. Weeks later, Evelyn's day in court arrived at the Liberty Hollow County Courthouse, a squat brick building downtown with creaky wooden benches and portraits of stern judges lining the walls. The gallery held a smattering of locals, reporters scribbling notes, whispers rippling as Evelyn entered in a modest dress, no jewelry, flanked by Robert and Preston Whitaker. She stood before Judge Amelia Ruiz, a no-nonsense veteran with wire-rimmed glasses and a reputation for fairness.
Mrs. Harrington, how do you plead to the charge of driving under the influence?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
The trial unfolded over the morning. The prosecutor presented the basics: Officer Harlan's report, the near miss with the truck, the failed sobriety tests, the .14 BAC reading. Then the defense took over. Preston Whitaker grilled Officer Harlan on the stand, probing every detail.
Officer Harlan, you conducted the horizontal gaze nystagmus test on a dark, snowy roadside. Isn't it true that cold wind can cause involuntary eye movements, mimicking intoxication?
No, sir. Nystagmus from alcohol is distinct. I've administered this test hundreds of times in all conditions. Mrs. Harrington showed clear signs, jerking at maximum deviation and before 45 degrees.
And the walk and turn? Snow on the ground, uneven shoulder. Couldn't that affect balance? My client stumbled because of the terrain, not impairment.
The test accounts for conditions. I instructed her on a clear, flat section. She missed heel to toe on multiple steps, raised her arms for balance, and turned incorrectly. Those are standard indicators.
And what about the breathalyzer? When was the device last calibrated? Any chance of error?
calibrated 2 days prior per department protocol. Reading was .14, nearly double the limit. No errors noted.
Preston tried every trick. Motion to suppress the stop, denied. Expert witness on breathalyzer flaws, overruled as speculative. Even questioning Harlan's lighting and notes. But Harlan stayed unflappable, facts steady, voice even, no emotions slipping. The judge watched closely, unmoved by the theatrics.
After reviewing the evidence, including Officer Harlan's credible testimony and the undisputed BAC results, I find the defendant guilty of driving under the influence.
Sentencing followed immediately, as typical for a first-time offender in Liberty Hollow's efficient court. Judge Ruiz leaned forward, tone firm but fair.
Mrs. Harrington, this is your first offense. No prior record, no accident caused. But you endangered lives, including your own. Standard sentence, $1,500 fine, 6-month license suspension, 40 hours community service, mandatory DUI education program, and ignition interlock device for 5 months post-suspension. Report to probation within 48 hours. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
As they left the courthouse, the Harringtons felt the full weight. The drawn-out trial had amplified the scandal. Front-page headlines, endless whispers. If Evelyn had pled guilty early, owned the mistake with a public apology, the sentence might have been lighter. Reduced fine, shorter suspension, no interlock. Damage control could have spun it as a teachable moment. Instead, contesting dragged it out, cost extra lawyer fees, and made them look evasive.
We should have listened to my gut. Admitted it, moved on. Now it's worse.
I know. I just wanted it to go away. But running from mistakes only makes the fall harder.
In Liberty Hollow, one contested charge didn't erase the truth. It amplified it. The Harringtons learned the hard way. Owning your errors up front can soften the blow, save money, and rebuild trust faster than any courtroom fight. Lessons etched in the courthouse records this week. A DUI isn't just a night gone wrong. It's thousands in fines, classes, devices, and hikes in insurance that linger for years. Fighting charges without strong grounds often backfires, dragging out pain and costs. Plead guilty if guilty. Own the mistake publicly. It shows character, invites leniency, and starts healing sooner. Reputation rebuilds on humility, not denial. If Evelyn's courtroom regret hit home, if you've ever fought a losing battle instead of owning up, please show some love. Hit that like button to spread the word. Drop a comment. Share your take on owning mistakes or a time denial cost you more. And if these stories keep you thinking, subscribe and hit the bell. It keeps Liberty Hollow alive for all of us. Thank you for joining the Harringtons' Hard Lesson. Until next time, own it early, live wisely, and take care of each other out there. See you soon, citizens.